I've been doing some downhill racing recently and it is so good for improving your riding. You should try it. Don't believe me? Well, stay tuned and I'll explain exactly why I think that's the case. You get to ride one track over and over again, so by the end of the weekend you'll know exactly where every root, rock and corner is, and that level of familiarity means that you can ride faster and with more confidence because you know exactly what's coming up. That confidence is going to spill over into your normal riding that you do after the race as well. At a race, you're puzzling out how to get the best out of the track, and that means that every lap you're going to have some sort of objective. It could be to keep your eyes up around the corner so you rail them better, or maybe it's just to take a particular line through a route section. And that kind of focus really helps because you're working on something which ultimately will help you improve as a rider. So it absolutely does not matter if you're not at all competitive, because just giving yourself an objective for every for every practice run and puzzling stuff out and trying to get the best out of yourself and the track can be really, really satisfying. So if you just like bettering yourself, that's a process you enjoy, you just don't need to be competitive. Just go and enjoy yourself learning how to be better at riding a bike. Obviously there are going to be parts of the track that you don't like so much, but guess what? At a race you can watch other people attempting to tackle the same section. You can see how they deal with it. Maybe they do a line that you hadn't even thought of, or you've seen a line but you just want to see someone else do it so that you can see, well, if it's possible. Being at a race and just watching as a spectator can take you so far with that, but being able to try what you've just seen yourself is next level basically. And it's really useful. Get your phone out and film them so you can see exactly what they did. Even if they do it really fast, you can try it yourself at a pace that you're comfortable with. When you do go to a race, you're not going to be suddenly riding twice as fast as usual. Yeah, it's a race, and yeah, the aim is to ride as fast as you can. But the key word there is you. It's as fast as you can with your current level of fitness and ability. It's really easy to think that, oh, I'm at a race, I've got to be amazing, but actually you're not going to just turn into the world champion overnight. So remember, just ride like you usually do with your friends. Mistakes do happen. When you make a mistake in a race, maybe you almost fall out, like have a double tyre slide, or you accidentally park behind a tree. What? Oh no! Don't just give up or stop. Recovering from making mistakes is actually a skill in itself. You become a bit more aware of the fact that if something does go wrong, it doesn't instantly spell doom. Quite often, being in a competitive environment can be just the kick up the bum that you need to try things, which quite frankly are scary, but they are within your abilities. You just need that extra impetus to give you a reason to try them. And races are really good for that, especially if you do have a bit of a competitive nature. Let me give you a few tips to get you started on your downhill racing journey. So, first one, make sure your bike is in good working order. Don't leave it till the night before. Take it to the shop or deal with it yourself, but make sure it is good to go. Second one, have a list, like a packing list. A bit like this list I've got written on my fingers so I don't forget what to say to you. Just make sure you've noted down everything you could possibly need. And to get you started, I have a list and I've put a link to it in the description below. Right, my list. 3, ask questions at the race. Everyone's going to be happy to help a first-time racer, so yeah, don't be afraid to ask. Number 4, do a track walk. So if you know what's coming, it's going to be way less daunting when you head up for your first practice run. Number 5 is just like build up. So your first practice run, just steady away, and then you're just going to build up your speed throughout the day or the weekend. Build up your trust in the bike and the grip, build up your confidence. And then hopefully by the time we come around to race runs, you're going to peak speed and lay down a really nice run. What was my next one? Have an objective. So this is going to be number 6. Have an objective for every practice run. Maybe you want to check a specific line, try it out, or you just want to make sure that you keep your eyes up around every corner so you can rail them really well. But having that objective makes your practice really efficient. And then the final one, if you've got a GoPro, make use of it. It can be really, really useful to review what you've been doing. And you may even spot some lines that you haven't seen in real life. I've been doing some downhill racing this year. You might know if you follow me on Instagram. I was doing the French National Series and I actually ended up 6th overall, which was really cool. I really feel like having an objective, having a focus in my riding because I've been racing has really helped with my own riding, and that's why I wanted to make this video, because I reckon you could use it as a tool to improve your riding as well. So I know we're kind of coming into autumn now, but perhaps you can start planning for next year, see how it might fit into your schedule, and maybe even consider a bit of work in the gym to make sure you're super fit, ready to do it. If you've got any questions about racing, do let me know in the comments below. Hope you're feeling stoked to get out there and give it a go. And otherwise, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.